Hey, welcome to my journey and the Vlogmas Day 6. This is weigh-in. I didn't know if I'd have time for weigh-ins this month or not. There's so many things that's been filled in already and things to do. I didn't know if I'd ever be able to squeeze in any weigh-ins. Normally I do them on Thursdays, but I knew I was going to have Jacob here yesterday, and today would be a better day to do the filming and all that. I did weigh in yesterday though, and guess what? Over Thanksgiving, I was worried. I lost 1.4 pounds. I did. I don't know how, unless it was from the week before, because I was really disappointed the week before when I gained, and I had such a good week. And this week, I had a decent eating week, but I did eat overindulgent treats, cake and pie. Yes, I did. Me and David finished off the cake, and we finished off the pie. Yes, we did. And I have eaten some of my cathedral cookies and some of the no-bake peanut butter cookies, oatmeal, you know, that my niece made and brought me. I was talking to Janet this morning, and she sent me this cutest funny thing about little Debbie cakes, little Christmas tree cakes. It was funny. I said, I just got mine out because I've had them in here in my thing in the bedroom where I've been putting Christmas presents, and I put them in there too because they were for the party, and I just didn't want Jacob to see them because I couldn't say no to him if he wanted them, and I was going to save them for the party. And then I'm like, why am I going to save them for the party when I know I'm going to cook a million things? So I took them out this morning and put them in there in my big cookie jar and put his little cookies in a smaller jar. So I have not even had one yet. No, you know I'm going to. And I'll tell you, I can't have them in the house. But this is going to be a good test of my will. This is going to look naughty, nice. I tried. I got this at the Dollar Tree a few years ago. I loved it. So it's going to be a test of mine. I've resisted so far, and I just put them in there this morning. It's surprising I hadn't got one out. Didn't get one out and eat it right then, but I didn't. I'm doing my best. I'm gonna learn to live with these little Debbie cakes this holiday season, and if I can do it, let the angels sing, because it would have been a miracle. But I guess I gotta learn to live with some things. I guess I just got to do it. But it snowed. Listen, I got up Wednesday night into Thanksgiving morning, and there was nothing on, so I turned it to the Queen City News, which is Charlotte. Is becoming one of my favorite news channels because they give you other stories, you know, too. And they said overnight there's been some snow flurries, and I'm like, well, not us. They said it was like, you know, up I-40. I'm like, well, that ain't us. I'm like, just out of, you know, curiosity, I'm gonna go out and look. We had snow. Now, it was overnight. I didn't get to see it fall, which I love to see it fall. And it was no accumulation, but it did coat the ground, not under my tree, but in everybody else's yard. Everybody else's yard, on David's car, over on the side, it did coat. And it was so pretty. It was just so pretty. So, believe it or not, the week before, I forgot what day was it. What day was it? It was within that 7-day period. If it thunders in the winter, it's going to snow within 7 days. Now, it's not technically winter, but it's cold weather, so that counts. So it thundered. I woke up just in time to see a few streaks of lightning and hear the thunder. And I said to myself, Self, within 7 days, it's going to snow. There was no kind of snow. There was no kind of any warning of any sort. But I'm like, she's usually right. That old wives' tale, she's usually right a lot of the times. And so when I saw that snow, I'm like, hey, it snowed and the wives' tale held. Yes, it did. So there you go. What is wrong with me? Listen, let me tell you. You know, I tell you, Alexa don't speak Southern. She does not speak Southern. because I'll tell her stuff. And there was a Big Bowl, BOWL, Big Bowl was on that list for like 3 weeks, and I never could figure out what I said that even sounded like a big bowl. So whatever it is, I either don't need it or I didn't get it or I'll figure it out later. So what was on there this week was ALL. Can anybody tell me what I said? All. I added all. 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 I can't say it like other people say it. Well, she added all. Like all them cookies, instead of all. I thought it was funny. I got that one. I knew exactly what she meant on that one. I'm like, you little. I think she was mocking me. So, day was it? Wednesday, I was filming the last meal for my meals video, for my week of meals. And I had to run out because I had to get over to Charlotte to see Jacob's Christmas play. And I didn't get to film the casserole the way it looks when it come out of the oven because I had to go. I just turned the oven off and left it in there so it could finish doing its cooking of whatever it needed to do, melting the cheese and whatnot. And so the final result that y'all are going to see is just the leftovers piled into a bowl. But y'all just have to understand, sometimes we're rushing to get things done, especially for this Vlogmas. And so we might not always get everything to the end of the recipe for you to see it all nice and neat and wrapped up in a bow. So I just thought I'd let you know that sometimes these things just happen. So y'all are going to get to see a big bowl of leftovers. But it was good. So that's all that counts. Well, listen, let me tell you this. That little play, oh my gosh. We were not sure if he was going to do it or not because he doesn't like to be away from Holly. But since he's been going to Awana's, he's been able to stay in there and her go and, well, she does help his room. Well, Sunday school. We'll say Sunday school then, that's the one, because she does work in his room in Awana's. But in Sunday school, she don't. She leaves him in his class. And when she comes to get him, he'll tell her, I didn't cry for you. So we were sitting there and we saw them bringing the little ones up on stage. They took them up there awful early. We're like, oh my gosh, they're up there so early. They have 2 big screens in their auditorium, and there's a countdown to when it starts. So they were up there, oh gosh, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes. I can't remember. I looked at it at 6, and I'm not sure what time they started. So 6 or 7 minutes they were up there. And they had to stand there. That's a long time for a little one. And he was the littlest one on the stage. Oh my gosh, he was so stinking cute. And me and Holly were like, you think he's going to do it? And he was standing there. Well, the teacher was right there beside him, standing on the ground. He was up on the riser, And when they started singing, he made every move. This and the baby and the light and some kind of, I don't know what this one meant, but there was like 3 songs, and all 3 songs had movements, and he did them all. He was so stinking cute. So when they got through, the bigger kids come out, and they did a singing and a little play. They did really good. You could tell they had really worked on it. They did really good. And so when the little ones got through, they come out, and then their mommies or daddies went up there and got them. So she went up there and she got Jacob. Well, when they come up on the aisle, he see me and he come running for me. Oh, they just tore me up right there in the middle of the church. So he sat up there on my lap, and then he got over and see his mommy, and then he come to me. He said he wanted a snack. He knows Momo got a snack. So he dug up in there and got my little blood sugar box and got him out a pack of nabs. That child sat over there and ate every one of them crackers in that pack. Every single one of them. He must have been hungry. Well, Holly told me later she said, he goes, I didn't cry for you. Are you proud of me? I love you. Oh, I didn't cry for you. Are you proud of me? Oh my gosh. That little baby. I could just eat him alive. Well, they come yesterday because I had to take David to the doctor to get his stomach stretched. Oh, he's like a kid with a new toy. He can eat, and his food just goes right down the way it's supposed to. He just had like a little spot that his food could get through. But they took some biopsies because he wanted to. He said he had some inflammation in his esophagus, and he wants to do some biopsies to see if he can tell what the shrinking's coming from, because that's the second time he's had to have it done. And so I had to take him for that because he couldn't drive because they put him to sleep. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what. She come back there and got me. She said, well, you can come on back here. I said, oh, well, I was sitting here planning to read my cookbooks and everything. I didn't know I could go back there. She said, yeah. She said, it's going to take about 10 minutes. I said, what? I said, I come prepared. I had me 2 cookbooks. I was ready. I went in there. He's on the gurney, whatever, hospital bed, fully clothed, shoes and all. I said, you've got your clothes on. He said, I know, man. He said, they didn't make me take off nothing. They put his IV thing in. That's all. They come, the anesthesia doctor come in there and talk to him. And he said, yeah, we'll be done in 10 minutes. If they wasn't done in 10 minutes, I'll kiss your foot. They rolled him back there. I did a bit more get turned around in my mind, and here he come. She said, he'll be asleep probably about 5 more minutes or so. He was laying there. He was sound asleep. And the other nurse come in, and she got loud for a second, and that like popped him awake. But so he's just waiting on to get some biopsy results from that. He called him in a medication in the meantime, and they're out of stock, and they've been out of stock ever since, which was 3 days ago. They get trucks in every day, so whatever. I changed from that pharmacy to another CVS because I didn't like them. He stayed. He's a grown man. He's a big boy. He can do what he wants. So anyway, they couldn't come Wednesday because of that. So they come yesterday. Holly said, well, I'm going to leave y'all. Jacob told her, bye. She enjoys some quiet time. Even if she's out at the store and it's not quiet, it's quiet to her, and nobody needs her for anything. No husband, no child. She went to the Dollar Tree. She went to the thrift store. She had a good day. And of course, he stayed here and we played, and he was very clingy. That's how he does Holly. He'll just lay on you and sit on you, and he wants to play with you. And he plays a lot where he climbs up on my chair and climbs up on me, and we play a lot of that and flipping over. We do a lot of that. And we were sitting over there at the table. He was eating something. He ate a little bit of everything. He had 4 bowls going. 4 bowls. Something different in each bowl. One was a sucker bowl. One was popsicle bowl, the little ice pops that you squeeze out of the plastic tube. He puts them in a bowl and eats them with a spoon. One was a Jello bowl, and one was a ABCs and 1, 2, 3's bowl. He ate a good bit of those, so he did get some food in him. And then, of course, he ate his candy. Of course, he ate his candy. I did not mean to slurp. So anyway, he likes me to sit at the table with him when he eats, and he sits in my chair that's up high so he can get up to it real good, And I was sitting there, and I was just leaning over or something, sitting there like this or whatever, and he said something about my lines. I said, yeah. He said, that's so you can be more happy. I said, what? He said, them lines on your forehead are so you can be more happy. I told Holly he said that. She said she was working with him one day. He's wanting to know what were those on her forehead, and she was explaining to him. Sometimes when you smile and you laugh, you get the lines, and when you get older, the lines stay in there. So he noticed my lines and told me they were there so I could be more happy. I love this kid. He is so smart. He's getting more clear with his words. You can understand more of the words he's saying. There's still some letters he can't say real good, like L's he can't say real good. But you're getting to where you can understand more of his words. They're becoming more clear than they were before. And excuse me. So we were playing, and Holly had got back by that time, and she was sitting there talking to her daddy. She's never talked to her daddy for a while. Made her a cup of coffee and everything. Me and Jacob were playing. He said, "You want to go in the toy room and play? You want to go in the computer room and play toys with me?" I said, "Sure do." So he just wants you to sit there and look at him. That's the way RJ was. Just watch. He just wanted you to be there. And I'm gonna tell you what. I was talking to his mommy. Listen, while she was gone, she was texting me some pictures of some stuff at the Dollar Tree. Had I got them? I said no. She said good, because she was getting them, and I couldn't let him see them. And he told me, he said, "You're not paying attention to me." I said, "I'm talking to your mommy. I had to talk to your mommy." He would tell you, Holly said it, he would tell you to put your phone down. You're not paying attention. Well, he's right. If you're paying attention to a child, you don't need to be on your phone. But I was talking to Holly. So she was sitting over with Daddy, and he was over on my lap, and he was sitting there, and we were playing sticky hands. Holly bought a bunch of sticky hands off of Amazon, so we play sticky hands when he comes over. What we do is we fling them at each other, and we try to wrap them, and then we swing them and go them around and everything, trying to get them to come apart. That's one of our things. And so he was on my lap, and he had his sticky hand, and he wrapped it around my wrist, and he was sitting on me. He starts going, I didn't know what he was doing. Well, he said something, or I didn't ask him what he was doing or whatever, and then he was sitting there and he did it again. I take your blood pressure, but he can't say blood, his blood pressure, something like that. I said, "Are you kidding me?" He wrapped the cuff around me with the sticky hand, and was the sound you hear when you pump it. He was taking my blood pressure. I said, "Well, it's real good." He said, "Yes, it was good." That kid cracks me up. Oh my gosh. And everything he did yesterday, "Will you come with me?" He wanted his coffee, which is a juice box. "Will you come with me?" So I walked over. If I had a step thing on my arm, I'd have hit, I don't know how many steps I'd have hit yesterday. I would have hit them. We ain't been going to the Y. Things come up on certain days, and then other days we're just like, we don't even think about it. It's like it's not even on our radar. So I don't know if we'll get back to that or not. We need to, because I was doing good on my bicycle, and he was doing good doing his weights. So I don't know, we need to, but we're just regular folk. We don't always do what we're supposed to do. So when I went to my doctor, I had to do a wellness checkup, and I had gained weight on her scales from the last time I was there. She says, "I don't know how you gain weight on Ozempic." I said, "Well, me neither." Excuse me, my nose is getting runny. I said, "Me neither." I said, "But it don't work just lickety split for me like everybody else." I said, "I have to fight tooth and nail, and I have been doing good, and it really has helped me stop eating. Where I've got to get control is to quit eating snacks for meals. So, like for lunch yesterday, I'm just going to tell you, I ate Fritos. You can't sit down and eat Fritos for lunch. You just can't do it. And those are the type of things I'm doing. I'm not eating proper meals. So, I'm, knock on wood, I'm going to prep this weekend. I tell you, I got a lot of things I got to film this weekend for Vlogmas. And then the prep, I'll film that. Excuse me, my goodness. So I'm really going to try I'm going to try to get myself back in order. I keep thinking, do I need a program to follow? Because I ain't been following a program in a while. I've just been trying to eat less, right? We talked about that. You just eat less and you lose weight. Well, if you eat less, that don't mean you eat right. Fritos ain't eating right. Fritos is a snack. Fritos ain't a meal. I'm gonna tell you what caused it. I was sitting back here yesterday editing my meals video for the meals of the week, and the first meal that came up was Frito chili pie, and I said, "Oh, Fritos sounds good." So I went in there to look. I said, "I know there's some Fritos there because we didn't use the whole bag." So I went in there and I sit back here and eat Fritos for lunch while I edited that video. It was my own doings. My own video did it to me. But I'm proud of that little Debbie. I'll probably get me one when I get off of here. I ain't gonna lie. Well, see, that would be lunch. Because my belly does fill up. My belly does fill up. Especially if I eat like I'm supposed to eat. Like this morning, I ate 2 eggs. And it filled up. I was full. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't put another thing in that belly. So if I eat protein like I should, I fill up, and then I don't have room for the carbs. And the protein is what I'm supposed to be eating according to the gastric bypass doctor. You got to eat your protein or you won't lose weight. That's what they tell you. If you don't eat your protein, you won't lose weight. Well, I've not hardly eaten my protein at all. So, listen, I've heard Weight Watchers is fixing to change. And what I heard was they're going to have some more 0 point foods. And I'm like, that would make me go back. That might make me go back to it. Because I heard it was like maybe lean meats, things like that. That would be more like the Purple Plan, which is more like Simply Feeling. And I would be able to track it. But then we go back to tracking is the bane of my existence. I hate it. I despise it. I hate weighing and measuring. I want to just eat and stop eating and be full and satisfied. But then I think, do I need to try to be more accountable to myself in how much and what it is? Do I need a system of points? I'm not counting calories. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not counting calories. Counting calories is too much trouble if you ask me. I think it's hard. I mean, you don't have everything you eat. You still have to track it if you want to get the calories. So, recipes, you still have to enter them in to get calories. But I don't know. There's just, I could remember like points. Let's say points. I could remember points of things easier than I can remember calories of things. I don't know. It's just easy. Really, Weight Watchers is easy to follow. Points-wise, if you're counting points. I'm not saying it's easy and everybody's going to lose weight, because I quit it several times because I wasn't losing. Even doing the program like I'm supposed to. But I have considered going back to Simply Feeling, which is the last thing that I was doing before I stopped doing anything, you know. I thought about going back to it. You get all your lean meats on there for 0 points. And the thing is, you have to eat the fat-free cheese for 0 points. And I've got out of the fat-free cheeses and the fat-free cottage cheese and you can't find fat-free sour cream no more. Not here, nowhere I can find it. I got out of all that. I broke down today and got light sour cream, which I've been buying regular. I thought, well, just go back to light just to save yourself some calories. And then, what was I saying? Oh, so I've got, and sugar-free. Oh, I did buy me some sugar-free parfaits, just the little cubes of Jell-O in the cream in the little cups, you know, that you buy at Walmart's. They might have them somewhere else too, but they're sugar-free. You really can't tell they're sugar-free, so I don't mind those. And sugar-free Jell-O, you really can't tell it's sugar-free. The other sugar-free stuff, I've gotten to where I can't do it. I can't do it. So I do know when you're on Weight Watchers, if you want to watch your points and get the most for your points, a lot of that does go sugar-free, low-fat, et cetera, et cetera. But Simply Feeling is that way. All sugar-free, fat-free, but then you have your whole grains are zero, your lean meats are zero, beans are zero, of course fruits and vegetables, they're all zero, even corn, and taters. So I can't decide if I want to try to force myself into doing what I'm supposed to do and having a program. And ain't no sense in me saying, well, I'll start it after Christmas. What's the difference? If I start it now after Christmas, it's going to be aggravating, right? Of course, Christmas Eve, when I have my party, they won't be, if I do go to a program, it wouldn't be no tracking nothing on that day. That's Christmas, Christmas, that's what we call it. We call it Christmas. That's Christmas. I won't be tracking nothing on Christmas. So, God, I am drinking like a toddler. Boy, that Jacob, he's very good with his eating and drinking out of regular cups. He's very good, and he does not spill. I mean, he's a toddler, so I'm not saying he never spills, but he's very dexterous. Dexterous? Is that what, when you're, the dexterity, you're dexterous? You know what I'm trying to say. With his spoon and drinking out of, I got a cup that's got just a little handle on it, little blue cup, blue. He likes that, and he pours his, okay, so listen. The Pampered Chef pitchers that have the plunger that you pump up and down? Okay, so I got 2 of those. David's juice goes in one, and my tea goes in the other, because his tea goes into a big jug, which now he won't be drinking as much. He could drink a half a pitcher of tea when he's eating just to get his food down. Take a bite, drink, take a bite, drink, take a bite, drink, just to get his food to go down. And it was, he suffered with that terrible. So he's just been like enjoying eating food, and it just goes right onto your stomach, But so the first time he ever saw it was he wanted some of Papa's juice, and at that time it was orange, and the orange juice you have to mix up. If it's in a bottle, you need to shake it because it settles, right? So I said, here, we gotta do the thing, mix it up, and he'll hold it, and here, you hold my cup and mash the button. There's a little like indentation in the little handle, so you have to hold it and mash the button according to him. And he takes that pitcher and pours it. He's very good. And so the next time and every time after that, it don't matter what's in that pitcher, he will be holding it, and before he pours it, he does this. Whether it's my tea, Papa's juice, it don't matter. He stirs it up before he pours it. So yesterday he was drinking Momo's tea. So he gets his own tea in his own cup. I have my tea in my cup, my glass. I take it over there with me, and he comes over there. I want yours. Of course you're going to have it. So he had his tea. He had my tea. He tried to get my water, and I wouldn't let him have it. I said, no. I said, you got stuff on your mouth. I said, you got my tea already? You have that. Let Momo have her water, please. So he was fine. I mean, he went into the corner and cried about it. He listens very good. But, golly, we had stuff. When he leaves, I pick up stuff all in the living room, in the kitchen, in the computer room, it's all the stuff. But you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't. And Sebastian, he'll be coming the 23rd. I have to, RJ's Holly. If you're new here, I'll just give you this little quick thing in case you're new. My name is Kim, by the way. I have a daughter, Holly, and a son, RJ. He's the oldest. He's 38 and she's 29. Lord, that child's going to be 30 in February. She can't even believe it. Anyway, RJ has a son, Sebastian, who's 8. He's fixing to be 9 in about a week. week and a half. And Holly has Jacob, who is 3. Well, Holly's married, but then RJ meets a girl whose name is Holly, and her last name was already his last name. So we have 2 Hollies, and she didn't have to change her name when she got married. She didn't have to change anything. So RJ's Holly has to work, and we have to get him the 23rd. So I'm driving RJ. Me and him are going. We meet in Charleston, West Virginia, and then we take him back the 31st. So we'll be gone. He'll be here from the 23rd, and we meet early in the day, so we're not out late at night, because you know what? That messes up my day of getting ready for Christmas Eve the next day. That's going to mess up a lot of my stuff. I'm going to be tired. I'll be driving 10 hours, because I just go ahead and drive. And then I'll have to come home and start preparing party things. Whoo, I'm going to be tired. And then New Year's Eve, we'll take him back. So, and I hope the traffic's not bad. So I'm getting both my grandbabies for Christmas, and I'm just so excited about it. I am so excited about it. But anyway, well, I think that's all I know. I guess I'll get off of here and get this video edited and uploaded for the Vlogmas. I hope y'all are enjoying it. I think my Vlogmas has been boring. I don't think I've done anything exciting. Y'all are good people. Good people for watching me. I have now tomorrow there's a Christmas favorites. Edie put the questions together for those, so it's me and Joan and Edie and Sandy are doing those. Mine, y'all are just going to be like rolling your eyes back in your head. You have to have that eyeball bra. My best friend, rest his soul, he said, I got to invent me an eyeball bra, so when I roll my eyes back in my head, they'll have somewhere to go. Y'all gonna be needing y'all's eyeball bra when y'all watch my Christmas favorites video, because it's terrible. It's terrible in this world. But then I'm going to also put up my mini plan and grocery haul. Ooh, I got to film my mini plan. My word. I forgot all about that. So anyway, that's what's coming up tomorrow. I don't know. Let me see if I can tell you what's coming up on Sunday. Oh, okay. Sunday is DIY gift or mix. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. And that's all 4 of us on that day too. Oh my gosh, I got to record Tuesday tag. We'll have to do that this weekend, because David, I told him he has to do it with me. I said, y'all been missing him. Hadn't y'all been missing Mr. Smooth on the tags? He said he'd do it. So I got to snag him this weekend, get that thing filmed. But, so, that's what's coming up tomorrow, and that's all I think I got for you today. So, see you tomorrow.